What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over all the leaks for content that we know will be coming to Fortnite in Chapter 4 Season 2. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what of these leaks that you're most excited to see. Obviously, this is not everything that will be coming in the season. This is just the things that we know about right now. So we're going to start off with the ODM gear. This is a part of the Attack on Titan collab. A lot of people thought this would be here at the start of the season. Unfortunately, it isn't. But it's likely coming sometime in April. So if you go on the Battle Pass, the Eren Yeager skin has a set time that it will be released into the game. As of the time I'm recording this, it's 27 days, which would be April 15th. That's a Saturday. Typically with these new challenge skins, they usually come out on Thursdays because that's when the challenges launch, typically. So I don't know if this is going to come out on a Saturday or if it's this date is just kind of a placeholder and it will come a few days before then, but I expect the ODM gear to come around the same time as Eren Yeager. That would just make the most sense since it's a collab item. So sometime mid-April is likely when this will be coming to the game, and the ODM gear was shown prominently in the trailer and it looks pretty insane. It's a mobility item along with a melee attack and a thunder spear ranged attack. At the moment, we don't really know for sure how you'll be able to get these items, whether or not it'll be like a mythic you have to eliminate a boss for, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's very similar to the Spider-Man web slingers, in that it just has set spawns around the map. Like there'll be like the Spidey backpacks that existed in several spots on the map that you could go to and get it. I think the ODM gear will have something similar where there'll be a special like loot container that spawns in set locations around the map that you'll go to and get the ODM gear. When it comes out, it seems like it's going to be the best mobility item in the game. It looks very ridiculous. Obviously, we've just seen it from a trailer, so there is some assumption going on there, but it looks very, very good. Another item that was shown in the trailer is going to be the smart pistol, and this will allow you to lock onto enemies and track them after you've locked onto them and shot. So if you lock onto somebody and shoot, the bullet should hit them no matter what. This was leaked before the start of the season, and it said it will like go around walls and stuff. It takes 0.4 seconds to lock onto somebody, so about half a second, and then there's another half-second delay after firing to be able to lock onto somebody again. I think this will be one of those things that sounds incredibly broken, just as far as like the concept of it goes, but in practice, I don't really think it'll be that good. It kind of makes me think of the charge SMG from last chapter, where if someone was able to fully charge it and get close to you while it was fully charged, it could kill you incredibly fast, but more often than not, you were going to be able to deal with them before they got the charge, and they made themselves really vulnerable while going for the charge aspect of it. With the smart pistol in Titanfall, I believe when you locked onto somebody, you were locked, and then you could spam out as many shots as you wanted until you locked onto another target. But with this, you lock onto somebody, you shoot. It looked like it shot like a burst of shots in the trailer, and then you'll have to lock onto them again. So I really don't think it'll be that good. I think this will be more of a gimmicky item. I am very interested to see how this works if people are in buildings or in bushes. Like if you have this out, will you basically just have wall hacks for everybody around you? If that's the case, I think it could be very, very good in zero build for finding like those players that are ratting, especially in like bushes or in Mega City if it works through buildings. But that we don't really know about at this time. There's a whole host of new augments that will be coming to the game, which isn't surprising at all. The augment pool is very low at the moment, and many players find the current selection to be underwhelming. I expect augments to kind of get the treatment that weapons do season to season, where a lot of items get vaulted at the start of the season, and then more kind of creep in over the course of the season until the loot pool is very saturated. I expect the same exact thing to happen with augments, where at the start of the season there's not many, week by week they add more until at the end of the season there's a bunch, and then reset next season. Some of the augments that we know will be coming this season are going to be Go for Broke, which will give you a charged shotgun and a flintlock pistol. I'm not the biggest fan of the charged shotgun. There are like some people out there that love it. I do think this could be pretty interesting in zero build though. Game Time will give you a pizza party healing item. I think this will be very, very good for team game modes, or if you're just in a bad situation and you need heals, this will be great. Tracker's Armory gives you a Shadow Tracker pistol and a flare gun. The Shadow Tracker pistol has pretty much always been good, and the flare gun was ridiculous last time it was in zero build. If this comes to the game, I think this will be an incredible late game augment. Even if you don't want to carry the flare gun, you could just kind of keep this augment in your selection and then not confirm it until you need it. And once you get to end game, if it's playing slow at all or you have people hiding, you can't find anybody, just pop the augment, shoot the flare gun a few times, and you'll be able to easily find the final few players. Springtime Blowout, this will give you the Easter egg launcher, which is just a reskin grenade launcher that shoots Easter eggs. like how the snowball launcher is for the Winterfest update. And I think this will be a part of the Easter event, which I'll get to later on in the video. Aquatic Warrior will heal you while in the water and increase your speed in the water. The healing aspect will be very similar to Bush Warrior last season, where it'll heal you slowly up to 150 health. Light ammo recycle. Light ammo weapons have a chance to not consume ammo. Heavy ammo recycle. Heavy ammo weapons have a chance to not consume ammo. Melee siphon. Melee weapon kills grant 10 HP or shield. This does not sound good to me at all. Consume increase. Foraged items consume 25% faster. Doesn't really sound that great to me. Heavy ammo reload. Reload heavy ammo weapons faster. Desperate reload. Faster reload when reloading a shotgun with no ammo. I think this could be very good with the Ranger shotgun if that ends up returning at some point this season, because every time you reload the Ranger shotgun, it has no ammo because it only has one shot per reload. And then Rail Weapon Warrior, when rail grinding, you will heal up to 100 HP and 50 shield. So just like Bush Warrior, just like the water one. This sounded like it could be good at the start of the season or before the season came out. But now that we know the rails are only in Mega City, I don't really think it'll be that helpful. It'll be like a healing aspect that will occur in one POI. I don't think it's really that worthwhile. We will be getting an Easter event this season. They pretty much always go like kind of all out for the holidays, but there will be an Easter event with challenges, spring and golden eggs that give you low gravity and heal you. Those golden eggs will probably give you a lot of health, maybe even 100. New augments, new chickens that will lay eggs along with Easter egg launcher being unvaulted. Seems like it's going to be a part of that augment, so I don't know if the Easter egg launcher will just be in the general loot pool or if it'll be only as a part of that augment. And then there'll be Easter themed cosmetics returning to the shop, probably with some new Easter items as well. And Easter is obviously on a Sunday, and this year it is April 9th. So I expect this event to probably start the Tuesday before, which would be April 4th. The Star Wars event will also be taking place during this season, and it seems like they're going like above and beyond this time. It will have... Obviously, it's going to take place on May 4th, and we'll be getting a new Star Wars skin codenamed Plot Twist. A lot of people think this will be Anakin because of that name. And there will be lightsabers returning along with new force powers, which are lift, jump, lightning, pull, and push. We don't really know much about these force powers, whether or not it's going to be an item. I could see it being something similar to the heat system last season for the Most Wanted update, where as you did actions relating to the event, like, you know, fighting people, getting gold, those sorts of things, your heat level went up and then you unlocked new abilities. I could see something similar with the Star Wars event where, like, as you level up your force or whatever, you get access to new force abilities. And there will be new movement options coming to the game as well. Wall running and wall kicking were leaked before the start of the season. They're not here yet, but they should be coming at some point, and they are still set to launch this season. You'll be able to kick yourself up walls by sprint jumping and then kind of jumping again at the wall. This probably sounds confusing, but I've played games where wall running was a thing, like Titanfall and Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, and it does feel very intuitive in those games, so I think they'll do a good job at making wall running and wall kicking work somewhat well, even though it kind of sounds like it'll be scuffed. As far as map changes go for the season, we know Mega City will be expanding over the course of the season. With these images here, you'll see that, like, there's more dojos being added and then, like, more stuff being added on, like, the outskirts of Mega City, and then even an island in the water for some reason. And then there's also going to be more Rift POIs being added over the course of the season. This is a thing like the island, where the island spawns in at 4th zone. This is the only Rift POI we currently have, but there's set to be 16 new Rift POIs added over the course of the season, which is pretty crazy. And I'm also really interested to see how they do this, because right now the island happens at 4th zone and it's every game. When we get more, are they going to happen at specific zones, like maybe 1 at 5, 1 at 6, 1 at 3? Or is it always going to be that the Rift POI happens in 4th zone, and then it's just like a random chance game to game what it ends up being? We don't really know at this point in time, but if we end up getting multiple Rift POIs, like every zone, like later on in the game, I think that could kind of help deal with how passive end games have been and how there's just kind of nothing to do after you capture island. Like, I feel like once you capture island, you're just waiting for the final few players to come out of hiding. But if there's more Rift POIs to go for, maybe those players would be forced out of hiding. I'm very interested to see what they end up doing with this and what the Rift POIs end up being, because As it is now, this island is from Loot Lake. It used to be in the center of the map. So are the other Rift POIs going to be kind of based off older POIs as well? There's a lot of questions I have there. And then the final thing we're going to talk about is going to be Creative 2.0. This has been talked about for years. And Epic finally announced the release date of Creative 2.0, and it's this week. It is Wednesday, March 22nd. So we are very, very close to the launch of Creative 2.0. And there's like some sort of like drama within the creative community, because it seems like some map makers were able to get access to Creative 2.0 early, and they're all kind of like racing to make OG Fortnite or make the OG map. I'll have some tweets on screen here, but it's possible that the old Fortnite map and the old Fortnite like gameplay experience could be playable on Wednesday, March 22nd, if all of these different groups did have access to it early on. Either way, there is a lot of content that's going to come to the game as a result of Creative 2.0. Like I said, there's many people racing to create OG Fortnite. Cypher PK is kind of trying to make his own alternate reality chapter 1 of Fortnite, where he kind of starts with the base of OG Fortnite and works from there depending on what people want. But I think Creative 2.0 could be crazy, and with all these people, creating the old experience, it'll be interesting to see what the player base kind of does. If more people are playing the Creative Royale experiences, or if more people stick to retail. Not really sure what I'm going to do at this point in time, but I might end up making a second channel for the Creative Royale experience if they're done well. If like people are remaking chapter 1, or Cypher PK's project sounds really interesting to me, I might make a second channel covering those, and then just have this channel still covering like retail, epic Fortnite. But let me know down below in the comments what you think of that, and what you think of all these leaks of content coming to Fortnite in Chapter 4 Season 2. Seems like we're going to have a lot in April and May, and then the season ends early June. So the season is going to go by quick, and it seems like we're getting an insane amount of content in the final 2 months of it. But if you guys enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.